Welcome to the lesson on the construction of parallel lines. Parallel lines make up a key component of very many figures, so be very instrumental in figuring out how to construct them and how to prove when lines are actually parallel. Now remember that parallel lines do not intersect, and that a transversal cutting two or more parallel lines creates pairs of congruent corresponding angles, among other types of pairs. So taking a look at some of these concepts, we will use this in order to construct parallel lines. We're going to keep in mind that corresponding angles are always congruent in parallel lines. So let's go ahead and make two pairs, or rather one pair, of parallel lines. I will start off by making a line of any length. I wouldn't make anything too small or too big, and you can just put 2 points on that line, although we might not use both points, and make a third point somewhere above that line in between the 2 points that we just discussed. Now connect your first point to that point out in space, and again make it a pretty long line to give yourself plenty of room to work. Now we know that this is an angle that's created now, and that angle size is going to be very important in a second. With your compass at the one point, go ahead and create an arc through the angle that you created, and without changing the distance, make another arc up top from that third point that we established. So as you can see here, I have 2 arcs. Now I will measure the angle that I created by adjusting my compass to the width between those 2 arc intersections, and create another arc from the top arc intersection so that I have the 2 arcs intersecting each other out in space, and that intersection will connect back to the point on my angle, and the resulting lines between those 2 intersecting points will be parallel to my initial line. But let's go ahead and prove that. So let me extend my lines in all directions, and let me extend this line, which is the side of one of my angles, so that it becomes a transversal. You can simply erase any minor mistakes you make. Now, what it seems like I have is 2 parallel lines in a transversal, but these 2 angles should be congruent. So let's go ahead and use our protractor to measure, and it might be tough for you to see, but that is 61 degrees. And if I measure the top angle, it should also be 61 or something very close to 61. Doing constructions on your own might not always yield 100% accuracy, but anywhere close to it, I would say is pretty good within the concept of the construction. And I can measure any of the other angles that will also be 61, and I will get the exact same thing.